Hello everyone, this is Jella and welcome back to my channel. We are starting another town series, and I know I always start a town series, but I am not good at finishing it, so sorry. But as per request, I would start this No Gamepass beach town while it is still summer. So for the part 1, I will be doing the layout and the beach as well. If you have no Game Pass and you want to make a summer build, this beach town is for you. Again, I am using my other account for this. And right now I am starting to go broke. So let's start building. Let's start off by making markings, and I wanted to make the entrance on the middle, so I am just going to leave a 3 square gap on the middle area for the road. Now I am just plotting out some spaces here for shops that we will be making in the next parts. And I will be leaving a 1 square gap for sidewalk purposes. I will also do the same for the other block, making 2 shops on each of the street. So I was thinking the 2 shops on the left would be the beach store and the bike and surf store. Then on the other street can be food business. Right now, I am thinking on how I could make the surf store because I used to resize basic shapes on my previous beach town. Now I am going to have trouble in a later video, Anyways, this 2 shops going to the beach side would be a studio and then the restaurant. I will be making this road a roundabout so that the remaining spaces at the backside would be all beach. This space is a parking space, and we will add another on the left side as well, given that the roundabout is wide. This part is going to be the restaurant that oversees the beach. And I know the spaces of the shops are not that big, but I hope we can fit everything. I am just marking this middle island, and we will put some trees in there. Since this town is small, we will not be adding family beach houses here. But instead, I will be making cabana rooms for rent. And this will only be small cabana houses good for vacation purposes. Hopefully I can fit 3 right here. So I am putting a small road space just enough for people to walk through, but no cars going in. So everything that is left will be the beach. I am just marking down where I will place the water later. It is best to make angles so that the sea won't look flat. On this small space, we will be adding the public toilet and shower area. So that is our layout for this town. Now let's start adding floors, and I will make the road first. Just like how I made the beach town I did previously, I will also be making the road lighter color. I don't want to add black colored road because this isn't a highway. So I'm just coloring it gray and textured concrete. And for the inside parts, I will make it sand so it really looks like we are by the beach. For the sidewalk, since I already used the gray color for the road, we will change the texture to something tile or brick looking. And I think the rough bricks texture looks alright, so let's use that. You may wonder why I am leaving the flooring of the triangle spaces. Because our flooring has a pattern. When you place floors on different edges, it will look deformed. So I will be adding the triangular floors separately. For the middle island, we will make this sand. I will delete the fence markings we made earlier and change this to the short fence and colored it the same as the sidewalk. Now we can add tropical trees, which is the exotic tree. I have been leveling up my gardening skills just so I can get to level 4 because of this exotic tree. It did take a lot of planting trees, but hard work pays off and we get to use this cute palm-looking trees that is perfect for summer. If you have difficulty placing the trees near each other, do the good old hack we have been doing. And this is for those who don't know. You can delete other tree and drag the 3rd tree by the middle. Before placing, make sure you press the Ctrl Z at the same time you left-click place. If it doesn't work, try it again. I'm just adding a few stones and plants here. I'm just going to delete the fence markings on the sidewalk and replace it with the short fence we also used on the middle island. Going to fast forward this one. Then we will add one pedestrian lane by using the long carpet. Change the texture and color as well. Now I think that the lane was a bit front, so I am moving it near the end of the corner. I think that looks better. I am just changing the color of the parking line so that it would be more visible. And we have 2 parking slots on the left and 2 on the right. If there will be more cars, I think they can parallel park near the beachfront. So now I am just adding a parking bumper and color it the same as the parking line. If you have an advanced place in Game Pass, you can just resize a basic cube and elongate it. But since we don't have a Game Pass, we will be using this small box and put 7 boxes near each other. I will make this fast forward again and see me struggle with the small boxes, lol. Do the hack we always do so that it is right next to each other. This way it will look like a parking bumper. Finally done with the parking bumpers, which took me a few times there. Now let's add this barbed wire fence I also used on my last beach town. I think this looks alright. We will use it on different sides as well. Now we will add more palm trees in the front side. And you know how trees and plants are so expensive in Bloxburg. But we still adding these trees because it is perfect for the plot. I thought I can't place the trees because of the fence, but it turns out we just can't place the trees close to the road because it is outside plot boundaries. And look how this tree costs me 900 OMG. Y'all better be rich because this tree is gonna cost a lot for sure. I will be working a lot of deliveries and burger making later after this hee. Now that we have placed these trees on the sides, we are going to do a little landscaping. And by that I mean adding the stones and plants on the side. This looks repetitive. I put 1 stone, 2 of the small grass, and 2 of the tropical plant on each tree. That is how I am going to landscape. Covering this part with the short fence as well as the other sides that still has no fence. Now we are going to add this modern planter, and we will put a spider plant here. This planter will be placed on the side of the road. It will add a bit more greenery to the town. Let's add some road sign here for the pedestrian lane. I'm just adding a few more details like this canal drainage on the side of the road. For the trash bins on this town, we will be using the commercial trash bin and just change the color of the metal part. The wooden color is cute, so that will be it. And I will place that right next to the planters except the last one. Let's add the sand part for our beach. And just like I did earlier with separating triangle flooring, this will make the sand look neat. And I forgot to click on the last square, OMG, hee hee. Repeat again. This is quite large, so I will just do half first. Okay, the sand looks neat. I just want to go there right now and bury my feet, hee hee. I miss going to the beach. I think the last time I went to a beach was before the pandemic happened, so that will be 5 years ago. Well, that sounded a lot of years. I guess I don't have time to go to a beach. But I do get to swim on swimming pools on resorts, but that is different from a beach. Speaking of which, do you guys have any summer plans? I would like to know, so comment down below. Anyways, I can't put some pool water on the edges of the plot, so what we will do here is add some large boulders to cover the spots here. Then I added some more palm trees, which costed this plot a lot, hee hee. I am just adding more plant details and extended the barbed fence on the side. I'm going to delete this fence marking since we already have the edges. Then we will add a shallow pool because that is all I can afford, especially when making this big. Don't forget to recolor each pool to sand so when you jump in, you can see sand on the floor. Look how good it looks with the angles we made instead of making a straight water line. I think this looks good since we do not have a game pass. What I did for my previous beach town was I added some basic shapes on the basement to make the sand sloping. But since this is a no game pass build, this is all we can get. I also added the square bollards for safety purposes. And I am placing a lot up to the other side so no cars can go through. Now we can place a lifeguard tower on this corner, and I will just color the wood to brown. Because I already added sands in this plot, it would look better if I covered the grass color on the ground. So I will be putting this sand flooring as of right now until we can make the parts of this town. I'm placing some more trash bins on the ends of the road for more access. And again, we are adding more palm trees to fill the beach. I will be adding this beach towel over here and on the other side too. We will add more decors to this and just put some things needed like this umbrella. And I may have difficulty placing the umbrella near the towel, but I think it would be easier to place the umbrella first, then move the towel underneath. I also added a beach bag for towels and some clothes, of course the sunglasses and sunscreen. And this is not a beach if there are no slippers or what others call flip-flops. So this is quite the beach essentials that I am going to add around the beach. The beach always has a lot of people, so it wouldn't be as clean as it is. So I will add this on the sides of the trash bin for more details. Even though our beach is quite small, we will still add a boardwalk. And I started off by placing a floor, then when you finish placing all the carpets, you can delete the floor. I actually didn't realize that when I used the long carpets, I would fall off the water. I was so busy trying to make this boardwalk work. So when I tested it out, I fell down, hee. So here I am changing it all, and now we will be using the placemat. I cannot place the mats underneath the fences, so I had to delete it all and start all over again. I am using the rope fence for this board because I know it fits great. And just adding a short fence that I colored wood on the edges of the platform. Moving to the public toilet and shower, I made this smaller. So we will use this tall wooden fence and change the color and texture to metal roof. We will only make 3 cubicles, all will have a toilet bowl. So if the people will need to change, they can change in there as well. We cannot add some toilet papers on the fence, so no tissues for those going here. Better to bring your own, hee. But we still placed a trash bin on the side for sanitary purposes. Anyways, before I place a roof, I forgot to add a pillar on the corners. So I am adding the plain thick pillar. Now we can add a slanted roof and adjust the angle so that it wouldn't be too high. For the doors, we will use the tall wooden door, and I will make each door a different color. To separate the public toilets, I am just adding this chain link fence on the side. And again, if you are having difficulty placing items near each other, just do the Delete Ctrl-Z hack. Although it will only work if you are on PC or laptop. Let's add a shower area, and as much as I want to place a pillar and fence, I cannot resize the height of the pillar. So we're going to use this modern shower instead. And I wanted to make the flooring to concrete as well, but I didn't want to redo the sand we added earlier. So I added this rectangular carpet, which I didn't like because it doesn't cover 3 squares. So I had to go with 2 square wide, and since it is 2 shower, I will just add a fence on the back. So I ended up placing a plain half fence, which I changed the color and texture, and deleted the carpet we added earlier. So I did the sand floor again and added a concrete floor on the shower area. I'm just gonna add the sand piles over the concretes because the sands from our feet sometimes gets all over the places, or it's just the wind that moves the sands over. Also adding this life preserver ring on the sides for emergency cases. This space here is empty, so we will add more palm trees, and I also added the chain link fence to put a separation on the side as well. And that is the end of our part 1. Yay! Our No Gamepass Beach Town Series part 1 is done. We actually made a lot of progress since we finished the beach side. So for the future parts will be the shops and cabanas on this town. Let me give you guys an overview on how it looks like right now. So we made this front part with barbed wiring, which does not affect people in Bloxburg, hee. All are safe, no humans harmed. So these are the shops that I mentioned earlier that we will be making one by one on a different video. Since the entrance for the town is on the middle, we have a huge roundabout over here, and this may also benefit some parking spots. Over here are 2 parking spots, great for those checking in the cabanas because the parking spot is nearer. But we also have 2 more on the side, which is also a great deal, although you will need parallel parking. So let's go to the beach. And it surely is nice out here. I love how the beach turned out. I actually made the sea look better than I did on my previous beach town. We also have here the lifeguard tower, so the lifeguard can see everyone on the beach. It's a hard job looking out for people, especially those who do not know how to swim, like me, hee. Just kidding, I know how to float, so I think that's all good. And we have here some plastic folding lounge chairs, which may be from a family with a kid. They brought this great seating so they can relax and read magazine. We have this cute sand castle made by a kid. Oops. Hehe. So over there is the public toilets and shower. We have 2 shower area in front. Well, you can also wash your hands here since we do not have any sinks or faucet besides here. Anyway, if you need to change clothes, you can use the toilets at the back. We don't have a changing room, so you gotta squeeze your way in there. Now let's move to the other side of the beach. Here we have someone relaxing on their own. And I placed it facing the other side, OMG hehe. So they brought a beach towel and some of their stuff in the bag. And over here is maybe another family with their kids making sand castles as well. So they have this cute wagon on the side too. Moving to the right side, we have here my things. These are my towels and stuff hehe. Well, at least I placed this down right. The water I used is only shallow one, but I think it is alright since we can still swim on it. If there will be more vehicles going to the beach, I think they can park their cars on the side of this bollard and do a parallel parking. This beach is a safe zone area. Anyways, let's go to the small boardwalk. And this time we won't fall down. It is quite small, but I think it looks great. Although it is floating since we cannot add pillars below. We don't have a game pass. Well, that is the boardwalk. Thank you guys so much for watching until the end. I think we need to continue this beach town series since summer won't last in a few months. Anyways, how much do you guys think this plot costs right now? I want you to guess right now before I show you how much it really costs. I am actually shocked when I saw it, but it is definitely the trees and pool hehe. So comment it down before I show it on the screen. Alright, time is up. Let me show you the plot value right now is $104,123. OMG, this are all just the expensive trees and pool. I am broke right now, haha. Anyways, you guys can definitely make this less expensive by not putting down a lot of trees like I did. But I know you guys are richer than I am, so you guys can afford this. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell so you won't miss the latest videos I upload. I would also like to thank every one of you who has been supporting me from the start. Thank you for the 915 subscribers. I am grateful to all of you. We are near the summer goal of hitting 1,000 subs, so make sure to sub right now. Thank you, thank you. Mwah. Hoping everyone is having a great day, afternoon, or night. Love you all, bye-bye, and see you on my next video.